Donald Trump just lost the election today. Today was probably the worst day for Donald Trump on the campaign trail and rivaled Joe Biden's debate performance earlier last month. Today, Donald Trump appeared at the annual National Association of Black Journalists conference where he engaged in a Q&A and repeated a number of racist rhetoric that he has been parroting not just on the campaign trail, but over the past several years. Now, I know a lot of you guys are going to say, well, what's different now? Well, what's different now is that Donald Trump is no longer running as the favorite. Over the past several weeks, since Kamala Harris became the Democratic nominee, polls have shown that Kamala Harris is either tied with, beating Donald Trump, or within the margin of error in key battleground states across America. A new Bloomberg poll showed Kamala Harris up 11 points in the state of Michigan. That is a state that Donald Trump had hoped to win and did win back in 2016 against Hillary Clinton. Today, Donald Trump's remarks questioning whether Kamala Harris was actually black and saying that Kamala Harris, quote, became black, highlighted exactly the difference between him and Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris appeared this evening and slammed Trump's remarks, saying that America deserves better than Donald Trump. I encourage you to watch this clip.
This afternoon, Donald Trump spoke at the annual meeting of the National Association of Black Journalists. And it was the same old show. The divisiveness and the disrespect. And let me just say, the American people deserve better. The American people deserve better. The American people deserve a leader who tells the truth, a leader who does not respond with hostility and anger when confronted with the facts. We deserve a leader who understands that our differences do not divide us. They are an essential source of our strength.
Now, the reason why Donald Trump's campaign, in my opinion, is over is because over the next several weeks, the only thing the news and the pundits are going to be talking about are two things. Number one, that Kamala Harris is surging. She is about to pick her vice presidential nominee, who will likely be Governor Shapiro out of Pennsylvania. Governor Shapiro has one of the highest approval ratings in the country. She's going to be making that announcement early next week, and then we'll go on a swing state tour, barnstorming the states of North Carolina, Arizona, Georgia, and more all next week. You're going to then go directly into the DNC convention, where it's going to be a tale of two conventions. You saw the Republican National Convention. All they talk about is divisiveness. The DNC, on the other hand, however, is going to show a unified party for the first time in a long time. So you're going to go straight from Kamala Harris picking her nominee to the DNC convention, which is 4 nights of just highlighting why the Democratic Party is the best choice. Meanwhile, Donald Trump, the only reason he's going to be in the news at all is because of racist rhetoric. That is the only thing that the news media will highlight, and it'll be a constant drumbeat between now and November. Now, do I think Donald Trump is going to drop out? Well, I certainly think that Donald Trump will drop out before he loses to Kamala Harris, but I'm not sure he's ever going to think that he will lose to Kamala Harris. We have a long election to go. I'm not saying that right now, if the election were held today, Donald Trump would lose or win. I don't know. It's a very long election. There are over 90 days left. But what I do know is that Trump's remarks today are a clear defining turning point in this race, because Donald Trump was begging for headlines. This is a man who relishes off of the spotlight. He was begging for headlines and he got them. And these headlines are not good. You saw him tonight after the NABJ conference. He attended a rally in Pennsylvania. And that rally, his speech was one of the shortest stump speeches he's given in recent history. He was not fired up. He was not excited. And he certainly didn't repeat the racist remarks because he knows how those remarks will do in front of suburban women, for example, in front of black voters and more. And this comes at a time where Donald Trump's campaign already is in the headlines for bad things. JD Vance, Donald Trump's own vice presidential pick, has called women without children, quote, childless cat ladies. He has called them deranged. He has called them psychotic. He has called them every name in the books. JD Vance today was denounced by Lisa Murkowski, an Alaska senator, a Republican senator, who said that Vance's comments are unacceptable. Watch this clip.
I've already commented. I said that it was offensive to me as a woman. Women make their own determinations as to whether or not they're going to have children or cats or dogs or how many kids they're going to have. So.
It is clear that JD Vance and Donald Trump do not represent what average everyday Americans want. And I am making the prediction today that today's moment, this conference, could very well be the reason Donald Trump loses in November. Comment below your thoughts, like and subscribe to support this channel and for more news. Thank you so much.